outside the EU, I believe personally that we will have full control of our borders. We can let who we want in, we can have the social security, we can have the screening more in the airports, in ports. It gives us another leeway, and I just think that it'll be the right course of action for us, because as a nation, I have worries about our actual security of this country, and I believe that that is being abused by others who think they can come in and not put anything into it.
So according to Eurostat statistics from 2012, in 2012 we did have 2.3 million EU migrants in the UK, and yeah, fair play, that's a very big number. But so is 2.2 million, which is the number of EU British expats. Of course, they're not called migrants when they're British. It's the number of EU British expats in the EU. So we need to start talking about immigration in a way that kind of cuts both ways, because it does cut both ways. We benefit from the freedom of movement. European migrants have contributed £22 billion to our economy in the past 10 years. They've done that through paying taxes, through spending money here, and through creating businesses. Migrants are around 7% more likely to create businesses in the UK than British citizens.
But countries such as Norway and Switzerland are able to trade with the EU as well as others around the world, and also remain financially stable. So why can't we? That is the question I ask. Why are the politicians like David Cameron and Nick Clegg saying we will have to take 10 years to create trades with other countries? The question is, if we have goods that other countries want, and they want stuff that we have in this country, why will it take us years to create trades with others? I don't understand where the politicians grab that number from.
Only instance we have where a country actually left, it wasn't the European Union at the time, it was the European Economic Community, was Greenland. When Greenland got its independence from Denmark, they said, thank you very much, we want to walk away, we don't want to be part of this. Greenland's only trade with the rest of the European Union, or the European Economic Community as it was at the time, was fishing. It took 5 years to negotiate how they would work on trade with the rest of the European Union on fishing alone. We have a lot more services and a lot more manufacturing in this country than Greenland, and it would potentially take us anywhere up to a decade to renegotiate with the rest of the European Union. So that's where those figures are coming from, and it's not just being pulled out of the air.
And the closest you will ever get to direct accountability over the European Union is electing members of the European Parliament. And the turnout for that is staggeringly low. It's 35%. And how much power do they even have? Frankly, the most they do is they go to Brussels, well, they ultimately go to Strasbourg because they have this bizarre situation of sharing two parliaments, and they will vote on legislation that has been dictated to them by something called the European Commission, and you have absolutely no say over the people that sit on that commission. But what I ultimately think this is a question of is Westminster having direct control over the things that matter, and I think they should have absolute control over every single penny of our £8.8 billion net contribution to the European Union. And that is not a small sum of money. What we're talking about is the potential to cut income tax on the basic rate by 3%, cut corporation tax if you wanted to by a quarter, or, yes, increase spending on education, the NHS. Only it would be our choice. It would be the choice of the British government to stand before you, the electorate, and put forward their proposals on how they would spend that money, and you would return a government that you think would spend it best.
Yes, we could leave, but it's not like the other countries would stop and give us special treatment. They would carry on making decisions that affect our lives, and if we want to work with them, if we want to benefit from being able to trade with them, to travel to them, to work with them, we would have to follow their rules. And why does that matter to me? Because I don't want Britain on the outside looking in as people make choices that affect your futures. I want Britain inside that room leading that future. Here's my point. By being part of a bloc, we're not just 60 million people, we're 500 million people. And with numbers comes strength. So I'm asking you tonight not to think about the European Union as is, but what it could be, what it can achieve, what it has achieved, and what it needs to achieve in that future. And when I look at it that way, the case for me is irrefutable.